Okay, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining me for another stream. We're gonna be back to the modeling desk, handling something a little bit simpler. Oh, you got a nice little. Wow, that light reflection almost just straight up looks like a sensor bar almost. Yeah, we'll leave it there for now. No, no. Deathscythe Hell. Probably the simplest model I've got in my backlog. Still an MG though. I realized I really like MG. I think doing that a straight gold really drove that home. And that I really don't enjoy doing like 1/140 scale that much. So big wing platforms. I think I might try a slightly different build path this time. Maybe do the prep on all the pieces first, and then build it once all the pieces are prepped, rather than kind of doing prep and build as I go. Yeah, more of the wing panels there. Energy scythe. I am kind of disappointed this the version doesn't have like the double beam scythe that the actual like movie custom has. And it is very much a kind of samey color palette for a lot of it. But still probably was my favorite suit in the movie when I was a kid. I definitely think I lean more towards the heavy arm now. When I was a kid, it was absolutely Deathscythe hell. Simple runners here. Actually, I was thinking about doing some panel lining, but I don't really see all that much color-wise that would need panel lining. I guess maybe I could do like a silver panel line with that marker. It's a little more work than doing black panel lining on white, but it would probably look pretty good. Oh, I should have gotten like a metallic red. That would have worked really nice. Maybe I'll just do red, actually. I can get that red to look pretty good. If I can match it up with this red. Honestly, I think I only have as bright a red on the CZ Gundam there because I did a white base coat. I think if I just did the red marker a couple coats, it would probably be more close to this color. Actually, I still have my test sprue from before. That's on blue, so we'll probably do a fresh one for this one. Let's compare that. Because it's definitely a different color, so the shade will probably be different. But in terms of brightness, it'll probably be about the same. Let's take a look at that. One second here. Yeah. Yeah, this is the test sprue I did with my marker. The other one. Oh, it's definitely a little drabber. Honestly, if anything, that color is closer. It is definitely a little brighter, though. That's a little darker, so it's almost like it's in between. Maybe you'll do a test sprue on this guy's colors. Oh, let me back to chat here so we can see. Yeah, I don't think we'll be needing these ones right away, so let's set them over here. This is probably entirely the site. I wonder if this is the exact same site the normal Deathscythe has. Looks very similar. I should dig him out. I'll dig him out when I get close to finishing this guy. I guess I can panel line this color. It would probably still show up nicely on that. Well, it already has some nice scratches on it, I see. That grand. Can't really see from a distance. Yeah, there's some superficial scratches already on some of these. Oh wow, they actually show it being panel lined here. I think this thing doesn't come with water slides. I think it's just stickers and some dry transfers. Which I most likely will not be doing. Although it is mostly dark color parts, and I find if I have to use stickers, the stickers tend to blend better on dark color parts, I've noticed, than the light colored parts. But we are going to be ignoring the build order. They suggest starting from the legs up. Definitely the way I prefer to do this. Okay. Got our double-sided snippers, single-sided god hands, cleanup. Gonna do 2 cuts, maybe a bit of sanding. I don't know. These colors tend to show stress marks pretty bad, so I might end up doing more sanding than I usually do. So it's fairly dark. What else begin? As I said, I think I'm gonna go through and cut out all the pieces I need for each part in their entirety, and then do a full assembly once they're all prepped, rather than how kind of the patchwork way I have been doing it. Team 21 the other side too, right? Yeah. We'll skip through and see if there's any other parts from this I'm gonna need. 14 and 15. As well, which is the sliding part on front of the thigh, I believe. What was that? Oh, right here. Oh, chunk is, I remember. Five. Probably need 4 and 6 as well, aren't I? There's 4 and there's 6. Honestly, I've done so many of these wing kits, I could probably build this from memory. Although memory's horrible, so that's probably not a good thing to do. But so much of this is so familiar. So many of these wing kits. They all pretty much seem to have the same construction to them. Some advertising section in the middle here. For the ankle. $18, $17. For the waist joint. Okay, I think that might be most of what I need for here. this sprue at least. So these are all going to be one leg. And actually, this is going to be the right leg, I think. So let's check here. Yeah, we got the hip part for the right leg. So in that case, we'll over here to the right. Oh, and I actually gotta transfer points for my full armor. So yeah, there's all the nubs the full armor Gundam took. I'll transfer those over to a baggie and get them stored. Still haven't figured out what I wanted to use these for, but already started collecting them and labeling them, so I'm going to continue probably. There we go. This is all prepped for use tonight. Okay, so these two should be together. It's pretty much the same sprue. Go. Yeah, these pieces. The ankles, I believe. Not the ankles, the part of the foot that's below the ankle but above the rest of your foot. North of the arch. I don't know that off the top of my head. This is the ankle part. Slidey bit. Hip twists. For the left leg. H. This one's oh, it's XA. H. There we go. This has all been ABS so far, right? Yeah. Which is the same. Some of these pieces could really use. I'll probably end up painting these fins at least, honestly. I imagine color separation is probably going to be a little lacking on this kit. Not from like the design, color separation, but just in terms of detail, variety, and contrast. Seems to be a lot of dark shades. This is honestly probably what you're looking for the style of suit, but seven is a very small piece. Oh, it's not that small, it just looks that way compared to the bigger pieces decided on the sprue. Oh, this is the B plate, I see. That makes sense. $16.15 pair for each. Same for the other leg. Oh. Yeah, I think that's everything here. You know, honestly, I might just build this up inner frame wise. I haven't really done that with any of these wing Gundams. Almost always started armoring up right away. Let's check. Which one's F? C, F. Block. Should be good for this then. Two of these in there, yeah. The other foot. I think I'll get all the pieces prepped anyway, and then I can add the assembling stage to side. Nose. Because of the blunted tip on it. I probably should sharpen it. That seems like it's asking for trouble. If it was blunter, I'd probably be considerate, but... Well, yeah, all these black pieces are just for the foot. only piece it doesn't use is that. Does it? No, it does. That's the bottom of the toe. It does use that entire sprue for the foot. Oh, that makes sense, because that's one of the unique pieces for this kit from the regular Deathscythe. Oh, it does have these super pointy toes in the regular Deathscythe, doesn't it? I need to dig that kit out, but I also need to, pretty sure, dust it. Show it off on camera. It's been in that cupboard for a while. Go. Another one of them down. I guess we could get the armor plates prepped as well. No, you know what? Let's get it up to this point. Let's get all the pieces prepped at this point. Let's grab the couple polycaps we need. So, 6 each foot. Oh. 8 thigh. Seven. The other side, the leg side. Almost caught them both in there. Oh, telling these apart might be. Oh, one's small circle, one's big. Okay. Just noticed that could be an issue. Which screw is B? C, I, J, T, A. Oh, these guys. Sure. Okay. We're good to start prepping these pieces. Quite a pile to work through here. Is there a way to get to it? poly cuts first. Okay, good. That was. I was worried I actually chopped a bunch of that peg off, but it was just the excess nub that looked like the peg. There we go. At least this dark material actually seems to be cleaning up pretty easily. I was worried it would mar easier. Yeah, if these nub marks on these pieces were in a little more obvious a spot, I might worry about them more. They should be close enough to the body that they won't be super visible when it's all together. Yeah, the armor cups around close to this edge, so only this front part will really be exposed. Not gonna waste too much effort there. Okay, let's start cracking through these. Let's do these dark parts first. I want to see how they're gonna handle being. Not too bad, a little bit of stress mark. A little more obvious. Showing very brightly. Yeah, we'll put it together and see how obvious that shows up. It is fairly obvious. I might touch it up a little. I wonder if Sandy would even work on this. Let's give it a try, actually. This piece, the like right on the face here, is annoying. Oh, this is a tricky angle, actually. Yeah, let's try saving these, I guess. See if we can maybe look at it a little better. Just these super dark pieces, though. Let's just take a peek. Order here. Go try running through the whole gamut. Just give it the best chance of looking good. Oh, look, a bot. So I don't know actually how this surface will stand up. This is probably... This would be... Actually, this is going to be enclosed, I think, by other pieces once it's on there. So this is probably my best shot. Test it, see how it goes. It's pretty rough, but that's how it looks at first. Yeah, I did a good job, but I accidentally scratched up on the angle a little bit there. difficult. So I don't really know if I want to risk doing this entire wide surface on this with that, just to get that little mark. It's not very noticeable. Because honestly, kind of scratchiness on that is more noticeable than, well, it is pretty noticeable. Let's give it a little careful shot, shall we? I don't think that was nearly worth it. Definitely makes it less noticeable with the amount of work that was compared to this side. Oh, you know what? It's actually not bad. Maybe do it across this entire bottom edge, make it a little even, it even look even better. Yeah, I'm still not completely sold on the sanding sponge. Basically just on the amount of effort in versus results you get. I'm assuming that was also coming down to like a skill issue more than anything, so that's kind of why I'm keep trying it at different times. Definitely less noticeable, I will say. Let's comparing. Well, let's clean up the other side and compare contrast. Okay, so this is just with the clippers. A little there on this one. This probably won't show up on camera all that well. It's more for my own edification. Okay, I kind of have to admit, it does seem to make a fair difference. It's definitely still visible, but much less so. So maybe for the more visible pieces, I will consider that. Like this piece, for example. Go. This is definitely an increasing amount of time this kid's gonna take, though. Working my way up again. I can probably skip some steps too, to be completely honest, but almost halfway there. Into the thousands. That was down. Yep. It looks a little more faded, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. Was it 8,000 we were using? It was. Yeah, I think I'm only going to do this for the very obvious bits. It's a lot of extra work. The result is better, I hate to say. Okay. Oh, work. Some parts do get exposed. Oh, let's try skipping through on these a little bit. $600 to $1,000. Speeds up a little bit. Yeah, there's definitely a couple little scratch marks left there. Overall, not bad. Definitely a little rougher than when I go through the full spectrum. Oh yeah, this one actually looks really rough. Side ones are fine, just they're on like the edges. Well, that one looks pretty rough too. Why'd I get into this? This is gonna be so much work to go through and do all this. You know what? This is the back of the heel. This is a good chance to experiment. Let's try doing this entire face. Rather than just a little part in the middle. So I'm trying some. This is mostly just experimenting a bunch here. Sorry, it's probably gonna slow my build down a little. $600. I'm kind of experimenting with how this handles the entire face if I do it, rather than just the small section where the nib is. Yeah. Honestly, not bad. There's a couple little scratches there, here and there, but definitely less obvious than the nib bark that was there. I hate this is actually kind of working out. That means they're gonna have to do it more. It's actually be a good comparison because it'll be an untouched and a touch side right there. This kid's actually giving me so many opportunities for little experiments. Funnily enough, this actually doesn't seem to have done too much to rid of the nub mark. Probably because the angle was away from it a little bit. Curve of shine looks good. A little worn down a little bit from the other side. Edge is definitely less sharp. Still, that middle face looks way better. So I'll probably end up doing it for the other one too. This right here is such an inconspicuous false. I'm not gonna worry about it. Okay. Well, that was a nice little experimental diversion. I'll probably dig these out again when I go to do the other parts on this side. But let's keep going with getting these pieces cleaned up. Yeah, honestly, these ones I don't mind too much because it looks like it'll basically be covered. Oh shit! I just realized this window's blocking the chat entirely. Hey Sora, how's it going? Sorry if I missed your message earlier. I was just doing a little bit of sanding cleanup on some of the armor plating pieces, just experimenting with some sand dune sponges I haven't used that much. Now I'm back to good old traditional double snip, use the god hand, clean up these inner frame parts. Yeah, I wanted to do something a little bit different when I'm building this guy, so I cut out a lot more pieces than I meant to. And I've been hemming and hawing between just building up just the inner frame to see how that looks, or to get all the pieces prepped beforehand and then do basically start to finish assembly in one big swoop for the legs, for each individual part, basically. I don't think I have enough time to do that for the entire model. But for the legs, I should be able to manage that just fine. But I've never really built up one of these wing kits with just the inner frame. I usually end up putting the armor on as I go. Kind of curious what it looks like. Done enough of these wing kits to have a decent idea, but never really just done it to see. So that vein, going through and doing a lot more parts than usual in one sweep. And I'm not too worried about sanding and cleaning up these inner frame parts because they're going to get mostly covered. Yeah, this part especially, front and back. If it was on the sides, I worry about it more, but it's not. Yeah, these softer integrate frame pieces are actually pretty easy to just clean up with just the nippers. And as I said, it's in a position where I don't really have to worry about it being as clean, but it actually is pretty easy to get it as clean. Okay, we're making progress through here. Now that we're actually doing cleanup instead of experimenting with sanding sponges. I think I'll actually, now that I'm thinking about it as I work here, I think I'll do a little bit of both. I think I'll prep all the pieces I need to completely assemble the inner frame. Hey Yeet, how's it going? Hope you're having a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I think once I finish cleaning up the pieces, and then I'll go through and do all my part prep and cleanup first, and then I'll do one big swoop to assemble both legs at the same time. Means Fortnite. Oh, okay, is that like a new game mode they have for it, or? I haven't played a whole bunch of Fortnite myself. PUBG was kind of my like battle royale for a bit, and then Apex. Then I kind of got burnt out of both. Although, like Fortnite has reached the point where I'm getting, I get like heavy like the Ready Player One movie vibe, where it's just every IP they can stuff into it. It has its own charm for sure. Go any more? Oh, right there. Clean. Oh, yeah. Back when Fortnite was like a zombie survival game. I actually played Fortnite back then. I actually think that might be the last time I played Fortnite. I don't think I ever played modern Fortnite, but I definitely played it when it was like in beta. It was like a base building survival game against zombies, right? Yeah, I had completely forgotten how hard a swing that game had made. 'Cause that was actually back when I was like a lot more into like video game news than I am now. I was listening to a bunch of the Giant Bombcast. still surprised to see the Giant Bomb still around, but it definitely feels like a completely different company now. So I think all their original crew's gone now. It's crazy because it happened after I had stopped paying attention to them, but I heard that like Jeff Gerstmann actually got like fired again, which is wild. And that's the whole kind of impetus for that company forming in the first place. Last couple pieces here. There we go. This is all I need, all the parts for one leg, except for the armor plates, which actually I'm probably going to end up cutting out and prepping too. Alright. Before we get back into our little sanding hell we were in there, let's do the non-dark bases first. Get these all prepped. Then we'll go through and do what sanding we need to do in these plate pieces. Let's start simple. Go. These are actually really shallow first cuts. I wonder why. I usually try and cut much farther away from the piece in my first cut, just to reduce the chance of any stress being transmitted. I've just been going through these pretty quick. corners. I actually don't mind this approach, doing all the cleanup at once and then all the assembly at once, rather than how I have been doing it. I've mostly been doing it before based on being scared of missing bits and forgetting which part is which. I think I've done this long enough now that I'm not really worried about that happening too much anymore. I usually figure out pieces just by the look. Mostly it's just getting used to interpreting their angles and perspectives they use in the manual. There. It's not visible, so that's okay. There we go. Steadily working through her. I do like the Deathscythe Hell. I definitely prefer the movie version of Hell, though. Which this, like, it's hard to say. Like, these are technically the movie versions, but there's like a certain design of this that has like this. I think it has like the double beam scythe, and there's a couple other aspects of the design that had different. Like, I think it didn't actually have the same wings as this one. That might actually be the TV version of Deathscythe Hell I'm thinking of now that I'm actually like racking my brain to remember. This is the movie version, but the TV version of it is the one I like, which is the opposite for Ultron. I really like the movie version of the Ultron, but not the TV version all that much. Go. Pick it up. Go. Looking into tinier and tinier pieces here. This one at an awkward angle. There we go. Hip joint pieces. What am I doing? Like way too deep in that one. Worse for every slice. Yeah, I don't want to mess these up too much, so I'm just gonna stop there. Getting a little impatient. Forget how easily this polycat material can cut. Really shave off way more than you intend to. Cool. So that's all the gray inner frame pieces done. Let's snip clean these and see which of these we might need to sand. These blades shouldn't need too much cleanup. These ones that mostly did, at least on the other foot. So let's see how good a cleanup we can get. Just the nippers. I'm almost certainly gonna have to do a little bit more sanding on them for sure. Almost certainly for sure, yes. Very clear, I know. Yeah, this one just has this nub right in the middle. No matter how close I try and get it, it'll still mar slightly. This one I can probably ignore though. Yeah, that one right in the middle is so rough. Yeah, almost definitely gonna need to sand that one. Probably that one. Let's see what I do with this horn. By horn, I mean toe? So these three are probably gonna need a little bit of sanding. But let's get the rest of the armor panels chopped out. That way, if any of those need sanding, we can do them at the same time. Yeah, what panels do we need? Primarily C. Yeah. C1, I'm guessing this is C2? Yeah. Cool, so we'll switch back to the double-sided here for cutting them out off the sprue. Manual. 2 C pieces here, 2 and 25. 23. What am I looking for here? Oh, it's a real small piece. Oh, 24. That's stupid. It goes 1, 2, 3, blah, 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 24, 25. Continues back up here. That threw me way off. Oh, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right here. These are universal. Seven and 8 for the ankles. Here. J's, we don't need those. And 21, 23. Upper leg armor. Nine. Knee pad armor. Well, that's it for this leg. For the other leg, it's 20, 22. And I think the rest. Oh wait, C2 9. Okay, yeah. So the rest are all from the other sprue. This guy. All the same pieces I chopped off the other leg. And the knee bits. Yeah, I used a lot of that. What other bits do we need? HHF, all taken care of. Good, 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 good. All of these. J2 and J5. 2 each. J is this white bits. Bang, bang, boom. I actually think this is all the parts of the legs. Cool. So, let's get these cleaned up a little. Oh, this white. That's nice. One thing I've noticed with the white colored plastic is to be super easy to clean, but that's because the stress marks are the same color as the actual proper color. It's hard to see white stress marks on a white surface. This is not a nub part. Go. So I wonder if I'm gonna have to sand any of these. I haven't really checked to see how hard this stuff is to clean up. Oh, these nubs are at really awkward angles too. Oh, that sucks. It's like right in a dip. That's horrible nub placement. Okay, at least it cleans up pretty smooth, it looks like. I shouldn't need to sand on these. Yeah, even when it's pretty rough, it doesn't stand out that much. Oh yeah, these should be good without sanding. Oh, that's good. One less thing to worry about. The amount of work sanding on these black parts alone is a little rough. Yes, are they? No, they're not. Can panel line them if I want to. See any place good. Most of these don't seem like they need a whole lot. This one could use one right down the middle there. Yeah, these have a couple, but they're very subtle. It's been interesting when they have detail like this on the inside of the part. It's never going to see the light of day. I mean, it's one thing if it's on the outside of the inner frame, but on the inside of the outer piece, it seems really weird. I know it's probably more structural than anything, but... Okay, I think I'll finish these last couple of pieces for this side of the leg, and then I'll go for my break. This one is right in the middle of the face, too. The face of the part, right? Not the face of the kid. I guess it should be more specific when the model literally has a face. I can't tell if this is supposed to be a seam line or a panel line. Go. This is actually very similar to this black one I had to clean up earlier. I know it's because they're complementary to each other. There we go. So, this should be the entirety of the pieces for each leg right here. These ones are all cleaned up. So we got this little pile here we need to clean up on this. And then some sanding on these black pieces. And once that's done, as I said, there really isn't a whole lot for panel lining here. Like, so little, in fact, I don't think I'm even going to really bother. Pretty much just this piece. The really obvious piece that needs a panel line. And as I said, I think I can put it together and I'll do it then. I know there's a lot of debate on whether to assemble it or not, but I don't even plan to use the drip stuff. Which is enamel based, is the main thing you gotta worry about, seeping into your joints and causing stuff to become brittle. I think I'd probably, especially for just this simple little bit, I'd probably definitely use the pen. But that's gonna be enough before my break. So yeah, I'm gonna go take a quick 10-15 minute break. And when we come back, I'll finish cleaning up these purple parts here. Then we'll do the little bit of sanding we need to do on these 3 pieces. And then I think we're good to start assembling all these. But yeah, that'll be when I return. I will see you soon. Is that approximately 10-15 minutes or so? See you soon. Okay, welcome back, everyone. Let's get back to it. Welcome back. So, where we're at is we just got to finish doing nub cleanup on these pieces, and then do a bit of sanding on these pieces. Let's do this nub cleanup first, because that's easier. Glad this purple cleans up really easy. Just worried I was going to have to do a bunch of sanding on these too, but I don't think I will. Just the really dark black plates look like they need it for the nub cleanup. Go. I actually don't hate. I'm mixed on this shade of purple. I definitely prefer it to more obvious purples. It's closer to gray, so I don't mind it as much. Purple's generally pretty high up there on the colors. Not a big fan of that and yellow. Or yeah, yellow. Did I just say the wrong color? Nope, that's the right one. Go. Okay, yeah. Be a little too perfectionist for that piece. don't know why that piece in particular seemed to mar so bad. I think that mostly cleaned up there. Looks like 4 more of these. Go. Good enough. Oh, this one. Oh, we're doing this to the other side. It's got some weird angles to it that make it hard to clean up. Specifically this one right here in the middle of this dip. Oh, actually, yeah, not too bad. Still one of the more awkward positionings for a nub I've had on these kits. Usually they're pretty good about not putting them like right in the middle of dips. There we go. So that's all the nub mark clean up. Oh, time for a little bit of sanding. So just just want to clean up the numb marks on these. Because as you can see with the ones I sanded, it's a lot. Well, I don't actually know if you can tell on the camera. So the mark's a lot less obvious on one of these than the other. Thanks to a bit of sanding. Pile. 1,000, 2,000, 1,000. 864, 240, 120. Should probably just put that 1,000 down at the bottom here. Okay. Actually, for the sake of ease, let's do this entire face. And this other side. Okay, one piece done for set. There we go. I'm not gonna rip that little corner too much. Last ball. go a little far forward here. I should be able to make up that. Okay, 120 grid down. Moving on up. 240. Okay. Okay. Really speeds up after the first one. Some of the dust off there. I didn't want to scratch down here, but it's getting scratched anyway. Damn. There we go. 240 done. So each subsequent one of these should go pretty quick. Go. 400 down. There we go. Yeah, it definitely goes quicker as you go up in grit. 600 down. This pile should speed through once we get there. There we go. 800 down, onto 1,000. Go. Phew. 1,000 down. Now on to the ultrafines. Might be a little more aggressive with these ones since they're much finer. Yeah, that's looking great already, actually. I'm very reluctant to admit it, but yeah, these sending sponges definitely do a great job. Just so much extra work. So I think I'll start reserving it for the most difficult and front and center pieces. Looks like we got some surface scratches here. Yo, 16 times a second, how's it going? Just in the middle of doing some very labor-intensive sanding. That's all you can help for sometimes. Okay, it's 2,000 grit done. 4 more grits to go through. Lovely affection of cats, eh? miss when I had a cat. The current place doesn't allow them, unfortunately. But to be fair, I don't think I actually ever owned one just myself. It was always with roommates. Pretty impressive, the like personality range you can get with cats. Kind of, there's a much wider like variation personality you can get with a cat than you can do with a dog. I've always had dogs growing up. Of course it does. I mean, he's awake at 3 a.m. Why aren't you? Or they're awake, I should be specific. Not to misgender your cat. Oh yeah, streaming with cats must be an experience. Okay. Oh, one more. Well, that's the formula. It's wherever they are most inconvenient to be sitting is where they want to sit. Cat math. There we go. 4,000 grit done. Yeah, we'll just do the whole surface with the higher grits just to make sure everything matches across. I don't like to do it with the lower grit because it tends to mess up the surface that's perfectly fine already. It's just to make sure the finish lines up. Although I'm not like I'm super experienced with these sponges. This is probably the only like second or third serious time I've used them. They work pretty well. Down from the side. Yeah, I definitely miss having a cat around. As much of a pain in the ass they can be, they're affectionate. It's hard to beat. Oh, ooh, 2 grits to go. What's going on here? Little mark here. Yeah, that was there originally. Oh, it's just a bunch of dust stuffed into a curve. There we go. There we go. Those 2 pieces are complete. Oh no, not completely done. I got 1 more higher grit. Okay. And finally, 10,000 credit. Nice shine. Lito. I think I actually sharpened the edge of this unintentionally. Oh yeah, I totally did. It's much pointier than it was. A couple little subsurface scratches there, but they won't be visible at all from a distance. That piece is done. And the final one. Cool. That should be sanding done. So now it is assembly time. So let's just do a little area cleanup here. There we go. So this is one leg in a pile here. That's the other leg in a pile here. Let's organize these pieces and then we'll get assembly. Well, let's work our way back. The last pieces we do, we'll organize at the top. So the two white pieces. And guard, where is that? Right here. So that's the knee. Here's the ankle. Yeah, we'll go typewriter mode. Up. Joint assembly. Oh, I might need to grab 9, do I? Yeah, I didn't grab this one earlier. Good thing I noticed. Hip joint polycap. Oh, no. So in terms of other upper leg armor, it'll be these two little guys. The hip joint will be made prior to that when we build up the underframe. Oh, it actually looks like I missed a cleanup business. Yeah, so I think once this is all organized, it shouldn't take that long to get it assembled. Just kind of want to show off all the pieces prepped before it goes together. I guess I can organize this one too, just the same. Where's the... Oh, they were already stuck together accidentally. Boom. I kind of just want to get this all laid out and see what it looks like. Yeah, the armor panels definitely come up last. Boom, boom. And side pieces. Cool. So that's the armor pieces all organized. Now let's organize the inner frame bits. Okay. Okay. In that case, I can put this guy up with same with this side. It's yep, small polycap. Cap. Side panel. It's a little bit. Where is that piece? Here's this thing. I didn't know that. That's gotta be here somewhere. Okay, yeah, here it is right here. Cap and its hinge piece. The other long leg section. So this waist assembly. Smaller polycap. And the foot. Oh. Two. Where'd that go right here? Back armor pieces. Oh. Forward nose, which is this spike. This bit. This bit. Top or bottom armor panels. Here. And the foot construction. I guess we'll do the hip joint first. Where should this actually go? This should go in on this at some point. It goes on when you touch this piece of armor. So, well, some changes here. Here's where we'll build the hip part there. There we go. Okay. I think we got ourselves a battle plan. Definitely a different way of doing it than I usually do, but I wanted to try it. Okay, small point, short piece. Need the attachment. No, this is actually the other side. There. Long piece. Other side. Small thigh piece. Sliding thigh piece. Wide thigh piece. Our poly cap. And then start building up the foot. There it is. Yeah, attachment point. These two. And the last of these. There we go. That's all our pieces prepped. Okay, time for assembly. I think I should be able to just go through these in one shot. See how it goes. Take the piece here. Plug in the poly cap. And the toe bits. And then attach the other side. And on this one, attach the lower plate to the toe. Make sure she has movement. And attach this plate above. Check. And temporarily grab this. Attach the under plates. Oh, backwards, I see. So, then the overplate slides on top. It's our toe. On there. It is on there. This part slides down from above. Snaps into place. Along with this little top piece. Although I gotta slide it down this way. Oh, actually, no, I do need to go down this vertical like this. There we go. Upper bit. And now in the back. Attach the heel. Front here. So. The back snaps and locks everything in place. Got our foot. Now we start on the leg piece. Insert polycap. There we go. Insert this front locking bit, like so. And the other side. Nice and tight. This entire assembly onto here, line it up there, and line up this peg with that. Entire thing sits on this upper leg part here. So grab our knee. Assemble it as such. Is that right? Stick here. Oh yeah, that most certainly is right. Snaps on like so. And this snaps in here. That. Oh, this piece doesn't sit quite as flush. This bit drops on top here. Just make sure that knee's in the right spot. Make sure it's good and solid. Yep. Then we insert the polycap. And the other side of the inner frame leg. Like so. And these and attach them to the side. And attach the leg musculature. There we go. So actually, I'm going to skip ahead a little bit here. Just get this all... I guess I already put the armor on the leg, so let's not skip too much here. And our instruction manuals here. Pieces attach over the musculature. So seam lines there. Whoa. And then this armor on the lower half snaps on. So, and like so. Now we move on to the upper thigh, where we assemble our waist joint. Seems like it matters which direction that goes in. Snaps in on top there. Nice bit of rotation. This armor snaps on the front and the back. Ooh, I almost forced that a little too much. That snaps along the front. Or the bulk of the leg. Now for the ankle. A bigger ball on bottom. Slides on the front. Slides on the back. Making sure to line up the slots. Put there. Upper leg attaches on the top there. And then we just assemble this little bit. So we want to make sure this top part slid in. It snaps into place in the front. The entire assembly slides through like this. Nope. Too far. I'm not missing anything here, am I? Nope. Just looks proper. Oh, I see this part slide in here. Oh, it'll secure when it goes on. I see. It just kind of sits there for now. Then when it goes on here, it all locks into place. Yeah? I don't know if that on right. Hold on. This bird was to go up. No, I guess not. Just shift slightly. Almost feels like it should go on more. that has some wiggle here. It shouldn't. I probably should have assembled this before it all got on there. I don't think I snipped off any excess pieces here. That feels pretty locked in place. Oh, maybe that was it. I didn't slide it down enough. There we go. That feels a little more secure. Cool. There's our left leg. Now, let's go through to the right leg and see if we can do it a little smoother. Now that we're a little more familiar with everything. Side snaps on. Underside here. Oh, there's a nub I missed. That's embarrassing. Oh, glad I caught that at least. More embarrassing if I had tried to install this first and it wouldn't fit because there was a nub under there. On like that. Assemble the toe. So. Go. Toe attached. Bit of leg armor. Foot armor goes on. Slide this guy down. Top everything in the middle here. Under bit of the heel and slide on the back part. Got our foot. On assembly. Go, make sure we lock in this sliding piece. Attaches on the side here. Lining up this extended piece here. Side attaches on there. assembly this bits of the knee. Okay, let's good position. I can't see if this is positioned properly. It wasn't. You do this on the ground. Yeah, that'll balance this in position a little better. There we go. And has a little bit of play, but looks good. It's fairly solid. Pop poly cap down there and attach the other side of this leg. Lock everything together. Tail fins on the side. And some musculature. Oh, more musculars on there. The rest of this follows. Armor and armor. Part snaps on the back. Front part snaps on the front. Go back here for hip construction. Slide the polycap in. This is the other way. Goes on like this. On top like that. Attach the front and back leg portions. Upper leg armor. So. Bigger piece facing down. Armor panels. Go. Seat like that. And then, last of all, knee construction. Slide the thing upwards into it, and lock it into place. Entire third piece goes through here. Slides through. No. Come out. Wait, can I touch this piece first? Almost seems like no, I cannot. Why is this so difficult to get on? Oh, did I fatten this up a little bit when I was trimming it? Well, let's undo that fattening. Trim the edges up. Should hopefully help it fit on there better. Although in reality, it looks like it isn't supposed to go on there all that solidly. Yeah, there's a gap. I just noticed. Huh. I wonder why that gap is there. Oh, I see. That's why it has it unassembled first, because you kind of got to let it sit out a bit on this piece for it to actually fit in there properly. Oh, that actually locks into place pretty good down there. Okay, yeah, that's pretty solid now. There we go. Oh, our 2 legs for a Deathscythe. One thing I always definitely kind of notice with the wing models, the legs look pretty diminutive for their size. Definitely don't have very bulky legs. But yeah, there's legs for Mr. Deathscythe. And I think I'm probably not going to be back working on this guy again until next week, I don't think. So I'm going to be playing Hollow Knight tomorrow on stream, because I was planning to play some more of that on Sunday, but I realized the banner for ZZ is going to be up on Sunday. So I want to try and play a bit before the banner's out. I don't think I'm actually going to roll on Billy, obviously. I think I'm mostly going to be saving my pulls for a little bit. But Shiyu Defense and Deadly Assault should be rolling over by then. So I want to get those done on stream. So tomorrow, regular stream time, 6 p.m. I'll be here playing some Hollow Knight. Continuing on my third night of playing that. It's been a lot of fun. And then Sunday I'll be back with some ZZZ, and I'll be back with some more of this either Tuesday or Wednesday next week. Thank you for joining me so far, everyone. I hope you had a lovely evening, and I'll see you again next time. Take care.